Hi, this is DOSBox Mom, and welcome back to Let's Play Pool of Radiance. Yep, this is our party. The names should be pretty familiar because they're basically the same characters we had in Curse of the Azure Bonds. Poxenarian and Elwer here are straight fighters for now because there are no Paladin and Ranger classes in Pool of Radiance. Teresa is our cleric. Hosita and Eladan are mages, and Gimli is a dwarf fighter thief. We're just outside one of the shops in town, and we need to buy some armor and weapons so that we won't totally get massacred by the first group of wimpy little kobolds we run into in the slums. So let's go inside. The shop specializes in arms and armor. Can I show you our wares? Yeah. So let's start by pooling our gold. And we should probably start with the people that will need the least stuff, which would probably be our two mages. So yeah, I think I'll buy them a dagger. And maybe some darts. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, this doesn't automatically bundle things, so you will have to bundle things yourself eventually. Let's see how much a quarterstaff costs. I think I can afford it. We'll go for it. It does a little more damage than a dagger. I mean, otherwise you don't really need to have both. But truthfully, there isn't anything else that straight mages can use. Especially not this early on in the game. Okay, then we'll buy some darts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and a quarterstaff for good measure. Okay, then maybe Gimli next, since he only needs leather armor. Although we will need to buy him ammo. And since he's multi-classed as a fighter, he could use other kinds of armor, but it would hamper his thieving abilities. Yes, we are going to give him a shield since he is a fighter thief. We'll buy a sling. Okay. I think I will buy arrows, but I'll wait to decide what kind of bow and what kind of sword to buy until after I've bought the rest of the stuff for everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, probably Teresa next because she is not going to need any ammo. We'll buy her a flail. That does a bit more damage than a mace does. no staff slings in Pool of Radiance, unfortunately. So buy her a shield. I think we might wait to decide what kind of armor to get her until we've gotten the basics for our two fighters. Okay, now for Paxenarian. Okay, once again, we'll wait to decide what kind of sword and what kind of bow to get. But we will buy a sling. And we'll buy a shield. And then Elro here. Okay, we'll buy a sling. And a shield. Okay, and I suppose we should buy arrows. 5, 6, 9, 10. And we forgot to buy arrows for Pax. Yes, this is going to be kind of tedious. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, looks like we've got 333 gold left. And with that, we need to buy armor for these 3 characters. And swords for our 2 fighters in Gimli. And bows for the 3 of them. Oh. I think we'll start with Gimli. Okay, let's go back to the swords. It looks like we can probably afford a long sword. I mean, we could get a broadsword too, but if we can manage the long sword, that would be super. Long sword. Okay. So we still have 200, 285, 288. Six times. Okay. I think we'll go with a short bow all around because I know we can afford that. I don't want to get too excited over getting some super duper stuff and then running out of money to buy the rest of the equipment we need. So we have 243 divided by 3. We can spend up to 80. We can get splint mail. Or maybe chain. If we get chain mail, we'll have enough left over. Or at least maybe chain mail for, I don't know, Teresa. Yeah. We buy chain mail for Teresa and then we'll have enough left over to pay for a night in one of the inns. Okay, then we'll get splint for Elro here. And splint for Pox. Okay, so. Okay. Perfect. Let's get everything equipped now. We'll ready the shield. We'll join the arrows. Ready them. Ready the sword. Ready the armor. That changes her armor class from 6 to -1. And Elro here. Same deal, basically. If we had more gold, we get fancier stuff, but this is what we can afford at this point. So you get to see all the character portraits I picked for the guys that we already have. And might just ready the quarterstaff for the moment. And at this point we can't even afford mirrors or holy symbols yet. Fortunately, I don't think we're going to need mirrors or holy symbols immediately. Alright. So that's what they look like now, and I think we'll have Pox take the gold and the platinum, such as it is. Now they're all equipped, and we will head over here. This is the nearest inn. It's one I tend to hang out at a lot. Yes, we would like to rest. And we'll have Pox pay. And save. As long as we don't leave the room, we don't have to pay any more platinum pieces. Okay. Now, just Teresa, Josita, and Eladan should be able to memorize spells. Alright, Teresa gets 3 clerical spells. I think we'll go with a couple of Cure Light Wounds. And maybe Tech Magic. Maybe when she makes level 2, we can memorize Bless as well. Okay, it's 1 spell. We'll go with Sleep. And same for Eladan. At least there aren't too many spells to choose from here. So we'll rest. Yeah. And save again. And at this point, we can go ahead into the slums. We'll just go north. Temple. There's City Hall. You're by the gateway to the unsettled areas. The City Watch eyes you suspiciously. Yeah. Now, we're encamping here so we can save, but don't try resting in the city streets. Somehow the City Watch just does not like that. Oh, okay, I'll show you what happens if we do. Increase. See, you're arrested by the City Watch and told to move along. What do? I'll go. So that's what happens if you try resting. You have entered the monster-crawling slums of Flan. Small, ugly things scurry from beneath your feet. In the distance, an alarm sounds. Okay, to clear the slums, we have to defeat 15 random encounters and deal with all the set encounters that are marked on the map in the clue book. Okay. You are surprised by kobolds. Well, at this point, kobolds are about all we can handle, probably. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's try a sleep spell. That went pretty fast. Might even decide to slow the combat speed down a bit. Let's see. Speed. Okay, let's see if that's any better. And of course, now I'm helpless. Yeah, I think we'll slow it down just a little bit more. Okay, that's better. I probably don't want to make it any slower than that. Let's see where the... I don't think there's enough kobolds left to worry about putting them to sleep. I don't know, I might put it back at 2. Okay, keep it there. Or, yeah. If they had a 2.5, that would be about perfect. Because 2 seems just a little fast, but 3 seems just a little slow. Yeah. It would be more of a problem if you were trying to use slow this down, which is a program that came with the Gamefest CD-ROM compilation. Doesn't really work on modern computers anyway. You really want to use DOSBox instead. I think we just have the one kobold left. And we're missing. Okay. Done. And mostly copper, a little bit of silver. At this point, we can't afford to be picky. And none of this is going to be magical, but we could at least use the arrows. We'll share the wealth. And take the arrows. Yeah. Later on in the game, you won't even want to bother with stuff this piddly, but you're just starting out. This is what you do. I can't really rest here, but we can at least have Teresa cast one of her healing spells to heal herself. And we'll save at this point. And I think when we come back, we will run into our first fixed encounter in the slums. I probably will not show every last random encounter because that would just take forever. But I'll try to show the fixed ones. So we will see you then.